Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more FM22. We are moving into the 10th season, and therefore we do have a transfer update, and also we're looking at some awards and stuff here in this episode. So I just wanted to go through the awards from last season first. I think that's a good idea to do that. And I'm gonna go through all of them, even if we haven't won them. I think it's a good idea to do that. Anyway, the first one is Goalkeeper of the Year. That is not from our team. It's Timothy Fayulu. So there we go. But Giroud did get second and Kruta third. But yeah, we didn't win it this time around. Annoyingly, I think Kruta will take it next year. Unless he's getting injured or something, he will probably get it. Defender of the Year. Nope, he didn't get it. I think he deserved it, Nathan Jones. I think he was perfect in there, but apparently they went for Danso from Slavia Prague. I don't know why Slavia Prague got... I just don't understand it, but okay, fair enough. Midfielder, same thing. What? Pasalic not winning it? What? He wasn't that great last season, but still, he got a better average rating, right? But I guess this guy played more games, had more assists, more goals, but still, I guess the awards are just not great with rotation. Striker of the Year? Nope, not us either. Alexis Costa, number 2. Again, I think it is because we didn't play him enough, because he do have a better average rating, as you can see. Yeah. Best foreigner, Costa. There we go. We win something. Finally, we win something. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Why wouldn't he get... Sargent was also in the other one. So, but fair enough. He won that one at least. Goal of the season, don't care. Actually, let's see who won it. None of our guys, so who cares? Manager of the season. I had 93 points, 86% win ratio. What? Who's this dude? How did he manage to win it? Okay. Yeah, it's rigged. This is rigged. It's rigged against me. Player of the Year. None of our guys in it. Team of the Year. We do have players in here, of course. But not as many as last season. Yeah, Sparta Prague is getting 2 in there. So we don't have enough central defenders and wingbacks to get in there. So and we don't have enough midfielders either. So, but that's Costa, Tonosov, Pasalic, Domisi, Perello, Ibsen, Jones, and Giroud in goal. That makes sense. All right, sure, and a lot on the bench as well. Yeah, that makes your top goal scorer. Not one of our guys, of course, because we are rotating quite a bit, so they will never get that high number of goals. That's not gonna happen in my team. Young Player of the Year, Perello. That's good. At least we won that one, as we have done for many seasons. Look at that. How is Milan doing out there? He is playing. He is playing in Bayer Leverkusen. That's good to see, and he's not really developing much, but I think this is probably his potential, to be honest. Still a good player, don't get me wrong. Kruta also second here, because he did play for Sparta Prague before he came for us, right? So he has played quite a few matches as well, so that's good to see he's getting second place. Tonosov getting third place, that's also interesting to see. So there we go, that is the award from last season. As per usual, I am starting with showing what we have released. We have released a small amount of players, I don't know how many this is, 7 people, right? And it's just the youngsters, some of those compensation deals and a couple of our intake guys that didn't really work out. Couldn't find transfers for them. They went out on loan a couple of times, these guys, and there we go, they're gone. None of them really important, so it's okay. And now it is who went out and who went in. But we're starting with the outs, and I'm only gonna show the most important ones, so we won't sit here all day looking at players. Siska, he went out, 2 million. It was a pre-made deal from the winter. So he is gone, and he went to America. That's a funny name. But yeah, he's... it's a little bit annoying, because he would count towards the continental and domestic rules and all that kind of stuff. But he was inconsistent. he was an inconsistent player. He never really played well in any of the seasons. He had some games where he played really well. He's 24. Yeah, he's gone. Another one of the good old intakes have left us, Seaman. This was actually a loan deal that was made permanent because he had played enough games. So he also left us for, I believe it was 300k actually. Yeah, 300k for Tbilisi. So he's gonna stay around in the Czech Republic. And he's probably gonna be a fine player for them. I think he's gonna be fine for Tbilisi. How did he play last season with them? Out on loan. 24 games, 7.22. That's pretty damn solid. That is pretty damn solid. Hopefully he will do good out there with them. Again, another player losing. I mean, we didn't really play him in the last couple of seasons. He was just not good enough anymore. Again, 24 years old. So, but he seems to be worth a little bit more than what I got, but that's fine. Forstmeyer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think he had one good season with us, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I mean, he's only still 21, but yeah, I mean, I could have, you know, kept him. But he's another one that was sold by, you know, through a loan deal, 300k again. Not a big deal, and he is also still in the Czech Republic. So many of these really good talents, they're staying in the Czech Republic. That is what these loan deals is all about. Getting them out of my team and into another team who really can have them as a key player, like Slovan Liberec. He's probably a key player for Slovan Liberec, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, can we see it here? Is he a regular starter at least? So that's something. But for our team, he wasn't good enough, and he would only be a B's team kind of. Yeah, he's just, you know, get him out there, get him to a Slovan Liberec team or something like that, and there we go. Off he is. Augustusson has also left us. Yes, no more. I was about to say Finnish, but no, he's not Finnish. He's Icelandic. He has left us, and I didn't actually get that much money for him. He wanted to leave. He was one of those that actually wanted to leave, and yeah, he was all right. I mean, he did all right for us, but yeah, I didn't get a whole lot out of him. 1.1 million, not a big one. That's the second time Braga is gonna get one of our guys for pretty cheap, I would say. I wish I could have sold him to someone else, but he decided. I was actually someone else trying to sign him from the Czech Republic. I don't remember who it was. Probably Slavia Prague or someone. But he went to Braga, and yeah, he left us. I mean, he looks like a decent player, right? But yeah, we got other ones coming in instead, so that's fine. But it was a cheap deal. Giroud has also left us, of course, because he's not gonna be the first in. You know, I think he did well. I think he did all right this season. If we look at it, right, he did fairly what we could expect of a youngster. I mean, he's not even a youngster. He's 24. He was sold back to Belgium for 700k. You know what? That's fine. I'm okay with that. It's not a high, you know, transfer deal. But I could probably have gotten more for him. And you could say that about many of my transfers. But you know what? I am making profit on almost everyone. So yes, I could get more, but sometimes you also just have to turn the profit to get better players in. And in this case, we got another one. Krutka, who is just way better than him. So move him out, back to Belgium. There you go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one I'm not happy about, but I couldn't do anything about it. I tried to give him a new contract, right? I tried. And it was still with a fee release clause of 9-point-something million, right? You can see it right here, 9.25. Before we gave him that new contract, it was 7-point-something. Didn't help us out. He was gonna leave no matter what. Real Madrid, I think also Bayern München, and I think PSG, and I think Manchester United as well. All bid for him, bang on, right when the transfer summer opened. Bang, in was they. I mean, it's still a decent profit, but I would rather have kept him around because he is a pretty damn good player. So yeah, he's gone. Atanasov, that's gonna miss him. I think he was great. So, but it is what it is. And right after he left, also Karlsbach left us. That was actually leaving me with only one winger left on the left-hand side. So yeah, of course I needed to go out and find some new ones, but. First, we need to take a look at the out. So Karlsbach was sold. It's not a good deal. I mean, I get most of my money back. He's going to Saudi Arabia. I get most of my money back, but he just never really showed me anything good, to be honest. Maybe I should have given him more chances to show me something. You could argue. that, absolutely. You could, because he actually had a pretty good season in the last season with Viking in Norway. But yeah, but he's gone, so there we go. So that was all the outs. Well, not really, because I have a lot of loan deals and small deals, here and there, like, I don't know, free deals here, club ups, all of that kind of stuff. But that was most of them, and then also some of them in last season here. But yeah, that was the outs, and I think we should take a look at the ins. Where is it gonna start? I don't even know. Probably here, from this guy and onwards. So let's go in and check him out. Frias. Yeah, did I buy him? I don't remember if I did. Did we already look at this guy? Wait, hold on. No, we bought him from Braga in the summer. Yes, so he's a new one, and he's sitting in my under 19 squad. He's not a player that I bought for my first team, right? And he's just the first of many. But I did buy him for 700k, so that's why I'm showing him. That's money. That's money right there. But he is not someone, that is expected to do anything for a couple of seasons to come. He's just sitting in there, 16-year-old, pretty good abilities. Determination is 20. He's very determined, of course, because that's how it works, right? Nothing wrong with him, really. He doesn't have any bravery, but other than that, very good youngster. Could potentially be a very big signing, or not. I mean, maybe I have to waste the 700k, but we will see. Next one is Pavlovic, and he is already out on loan. He actually moved back on loan to Maribor in Slovenia. No, Slovakia. Slovenia. Damn it. Slovenia. Right, he's another youngster that I brought in that I didn't expect to use this season. He is, again, an upcoming, someone that I can maybe use in 1 year or 2 years' time, or just sell for profit. I actually signed him kind of as a halfback. I looked at him and I thought, that might be a half-decent halfback right there. He could also be a central defender, to be honest. He's good enough to do both things. How much did I buy him for? 1.4 million. You could say that's a lot of money. You know what? I don't feel like that's a lot of money anymore. I have, 60 million in the bank and 120 in total. I mean, 1.4 million is not a lot for me. For these youngsters, not at all. Not at all. Some of them will turn out to be worth 10 million, right? So it's not a lot of money. So there we go. A good little youngster out on loan again. Halovic. Oh yes, this guy is a Slovakian and not Slovenian. So one more of these youngsters, 16-year-old, sitting in my under 19 academy. Could loan him out. There is only one thing wrong with this guy, and that is he is fickle. But we are trying to make up for that with having, I don't remember who it was that was actually mentoring him. But yeah, he is mentoring, and hopefully this fickle thing we can get rid of that, because that is not great. That is not a great one. But he looks pretty promising. He's a very big talent as well. We bought him for 625k, which I think is fairly cheap, but of course with that fickle on, it doesn't need to be much more than that, and then I wouldn't have taken him. Potential of 850. So there we go, another youngster coming in, striker, poacher, advanced forward kind of type. Good. Alright, so let's move into one of the guys that I brought in the winter season for free. This guy is a free deal, Portuguese Richinho, or I don't know, something like that. He's a central midfielder on attack, well that's at least how I'm gonna play him. And as a free signing, he's quite good. I can only see one thing that is a little bit of a worry here, and that is the concerns is saying his concentrations is really red. That's, yeah, he's not gonna, I don't know what I mean, yeah, he's not very good at marking, but, I mean, my central midfielder is not really marking that far, or not that often at least. Is he gonna be good for us? I don't know, he's probably second choice right now, which is fine. I mean, as a second choice, this guy's pretty good as a second choice, isn't he? 25 years old, like I said, 6,000 wages, here for 3 years. I think it's a good deal. When it's a free deal, this is a good deal. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I have 2 Dutch players coming in. This is one of them, Virek or Virek. You know what? That name is that's gonna make me crazy. I am gonna call him Rek. Yeah, there we go. This is gonna be Rek from now on and forever. 26-year-old, and I believe he was completely free. Yeah, he came from the Ajax Academy. Oh, yes. And he played quite well for them. Yeah, I mean, a very well-rounded kind of... That's the question. I don't know how I'm going to play him. Right now, he's probably third choice central defender on the right-hand side, and also third choice halfback. So, yeah, and he's also like third choice inverted wingback. So, you know, but I mean, he is so well-rounded that he can go in and he can slot into any of those positionings and do probably quite well. And again, as a free deal, you can't go wrong with these guys. He's also on a wage that is not that high. 4-year deal. He's definitely going to be worth some money in a year's time, or maybe 2 years' time. Nothing wrong with him in the cons. Fairly determined. Happy days. Yeah, and here is the next one. Another Dutch Hollandia player. And he is actually quite similar to the other guy. Did he all... No, I think this guy's from PSV. Yeah, he's from the PSV Academy. So we got an Ajax Academy and a PSV Academy player now. This guy is... I think he might be first choice halfback, to be honest. He might be first choice. I think he's very good, actually. He could also be second choice after Hauerstag, but it's questions, right? Yeah, he could also slot in as a inverted wingback on the left-hand side, this guy. He's probably second choice or third choice over there. He can also slot in as a central defender, probably fourth choice or third choice or whatever. Like, again, these players can slot in so many places, which is great. And again, not a lot of concerns here. He's very one-footed, but doesn't really matter that much for him. Anticipation is the only worry here, I would say. Again, fairly determined, 26 years old, on a 3-year contract, free deal. It can't go wrong. It can't go wrong with these guys. I mean, maybe one of them is not going to go through and not be a really good player for us, but I mean, this is good deals. This is definitely good deals. Oh, I almost forgot. We need to rename him. No, there's no way. Comenencia? Nope. Not gonna work for me. These Dutch people, I mean, come on. Come on, man. Livano. That's something I can say. Thank you. Thank you, Livano. Alright, so we got another American. Why not? Is that the third one? Yeah, I think I actually have 3 Americans right now, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but still. So he's a central defender, and free deal. Free deal. Nothing wrong with him. He's resolute, no cons. But he's definitely not my first choice, right? He's down the list. He's down the list of players that I'm gonna play in there. I wouldn't say he's someone that I wouldn't like to sign after all the things have been completed, because he's fairly cheap, right? He's a free deal, fairly cheap wages, running for a long contract. I can definitely get money out of this guy. So I think no matter what, this has been a good signing. But he's probably not someone who's going to play a whole lot of matches for us. But we have seen before, like Nathan Jones last season, that I'm signing someone that I think is going to be fourth choice. And then all of a sudden they're first choice. So you just never know. You just never know. He's 25. So again, they got a good... these guys that I signed on free, they got good ages. And 2 years, 27, they're going to be 27, 28. You can sell them for a good profit and, you know, find younger signings again. That's kind of how I work. And of course, they are not the most exciting signings in the world, but they will turn a profit. So there we go. This one, on the other hand, is an exciting signing because he's a youngster. 17-year-old Jonas Overgaard. Yes, that's how you say it in Danish. And yeah, how much did I say? No, yeah, he was a free deal. Yes, he was a free deal from OB, or AAB, but OB in Danish. And he looks pretty damn solid. He looks pretty damn solid. He needs to develop quite a bit to be able to go into the first team. I don't have him in my first team. He's in the Bohemian B team, so yep. But still, if I could manage to loan him out, like he is on the loan list, right? A lot of these guys are on the loan list if they are not part of my plans for this year. He could definitely go down to the second division and have some good time down there, develop himself a little bit, and then come back next season, maybe being a second or third choice or something like that. Again, free deal, can't go wrong with this. He could be worth 2-3 millions next season. Who knows? Yeah. So yeah, again, another good deal here, I think. Graham Ryan, definitely our first Irish boy. That's for sure. So this guy is also picked up for free. Yep, another one of those. This is one of the guys again from the winter, and I mean, he's fairly good. He's fairly good. He's not a starter, but he's fairly good. He's a shadow striker, probably more attacking midfielder, but shadow striker. That's what I'm gonna play him as. And he is part of my, starting or not part of my first team squad right now. Very cheap wages. He's gonna be third choice shadow striker this season. He is 23, so he's not gonna develop more than this. But again, free signing, profit, right? He's just gonna have a couple of games next season. Sell him, 1,700,000, whatever. It's good deals, especially on this kind of wage. It's a good deal, no matter what. Oh yes, Vermont, a Belgian. We have a couple of them, don't we? Or we had a couple of them. I think we had our reserve goalkeeper as a Belgian, yeah? Knockhart, yeah. But anyway, another of those free signings from the winter. 26 years old. He's on a little bit of a higher wage, but that's fine. That's okay. He is right now probably third to fourth choice false 9, and also third to fourth choice shadow striker. So he's in the mix, but he's probably not going to get a whole lot of time. And you can see French player, so he won't get mad not playing. And I have managed to do that. Many of our players do not have a lot of, they usually are on squad players, fringe players, or surplus, or, impact sub or something like that, because I do rotate quite a bit. But anyway, I think he's a fairly decent player for the money that I spend on him, which is nothing. Again, could turn a good profit on this guy. But now we are getting into where I did spend some money. Yep. This is, we're nearing the end. I got 3 players left, and this is one of them. Niko Lasevic. I need to rename him. I'm gonna call him just Niko. Or Sevic. I think I'm gonna call him Sevic because he is Serbian. So I don't even know if he's black. I haven't seen him in game yet. Because this is a region phase, I believe, from the region phase pack thing I have. So this could be very wrong. But I don't know. I don't know how many black Serbians there are. I have absolutely no idea about that. But I'm gonna rename him to Sevic because that's a pretty cool name. Where is it? Right there. Sevic. Oh no! Can I make this? Maybe you know what? I'm okay. Hold on. No. How do I do this? No, I don't know how to make that sign. I don't know how to do that. I'm just gonna call him Sevic with a normal S. You do have that lovely C, alright? So yeah, Sevic. Anyway, he cost me 1.6 million, right? Yes. And that's a very good deal. He had a minimum fee release clause of 1.6 million, and I was thinking, I'll have a go at that. And he's fairly good, isn't he? Again, fairly determined. No cons, really. I mean, jumping reach, yeah, sure. But other than that, fairly good player. He's on some heavy wages. I had to do that. 4-year contract. Inverted winger. Yeah, inverted winger more than inside forward, but that's fine. He has some decent finishing, decent composure, decent technique. He's just well-rounded, basically, right? He's, tackling and marking is, of course, a little bit off, but that's not what he is here for. So there we go. Pretty good signing. Is he first? Is he gonna be the first one in there? I don't know. That depends. We have 2 new players on that spot, so I don't know. But we have 3 players who's gonna fight for it. But we'll see. One of them is Schultz, of course, from last season. But the other one we're gonna look at in just a moment's time. So this is the other one. This is the other one on the left-hand side. A Russian. Yep, Lupanov. And I haven't, that's his name. I haven't done anything with it. He is called, Pavel Lupanov. Sounds very Russian as well. Yeah, I spent quite a bit of money on this guy. I don't know where he came from. Moscow. Yeah, right. Dynamo Moscow. 4.5 million. I think that might have been our biggest signing. I'm not sure about that actually, but it's close to at least. He could also be very, very... I mean, he could still develop in the next couple of years to become something very, very good. I don't think he has a minimum release. Nope. So again, this is someone that I could sell maybe for 10 million. I could see us sell him for 10 to 15 million. Unless he's gonna stay. Well, that would be lovely. He's an inside forward, right? And he's gonna fight for it against Sevic and against Schultz. I don't know who of them is gonna be my first choice. Or maybe they will just be rotated and all do well. Who knows? But for that big money, he is definitely gonna get his chances, that's for sure. It's a 5-year contract. Again, big wages. I mean, if I wanted players like this, that is this good, I had to pay big. So I had to pay up, and I did. So there we go. That is probably my 2 big signings here on the winger. And we definitely needed some new ones over there after our Bulgarian left us to Real Madrid. Bastard. Nah, it's not his fault. But I did actually manage to get 1 more winger in, because why not? And so far, it seems like neither my board members or the fans or anyone thinks this is a good deal. Even my assistant manager doesn't think this is a good deal. I have paid 500k for Elman. 500, right? From Wiesbaden, by a Leverkusen academy player. I mean, he did quite okay there. I don't know what this kind of league is, but I don't really care, because if you look at his numbers, he's fairly good. I mean, he's not as good as the other 3 guys, so he's of course not part of my squad right now. I'm trying to loan him out, of course, listed for loan. But again, 500k. Is this guy not gonna go for at least 1 million down the road? I think so. He's only 19. I could be wrong. I mean, this could be a mistake. But again, I mean, 500k is 500k, right? So there we go. That is the last signing that I made. Before we're taking a look at the squad depth, because yes, of course, we're gonna do that. We're gonna take a look at the tactic. Yeah, I decided to go with the Shadow Striker again. It's the same tactic as last season, with a couple of small things changed. We, of course, do have changes to the roles here and there, but I mean, that's not really what you're here for. Just a quick update on what is going on. Well, we have changed in here a slightly bit. We're going extremely high tempo, and we are playing out of defense. That is basically the only changes this season, for now. And we could go back on that. So far, it's been all right. If we take a quick look at the... no, actually, the fixtures, I don't care about that. You will see it later on anyway. But yeah, the friendlies went pretty well anyway. That's the changes. That's the only change that I've made to the tactic. Yeah, I have made some slight changes to the roles, but nothing big. It's just personalized some of the roles. So there we go, guys. I just wanted to mention it before we get further. And yeah, there we go. Let's move on. So the question is going to remain here until we have looked at this. Did we strengthen our squad this season? Yeah, I think so. Maybe only slightly, but I think we might have increased how good we are. But we do have a lot of new players. Actually, that's not true. Yeah, we do, but we do have our, good core of the squad still left with us. So if we take a look at the strikers first, right? We have Costa, right? He's the first choice up there. He did so well last season. He's going to be in there again as a false 9. Second option is going to be Vermont. That's probably not true. I think maybe Cordoba is probably second. I don't know who is... I don't know. I mean, we got Vermont, right? He could be the second choice. He looks fairly good. 26. Looks like a decent player. We got Cordoba, who is coming back from a loan deal, who I don't know how he did out there. He did really good. He did really good. And he also did good for us the first part of the season. He's probably second choice right now because he just looks pretty solid, doesn't he? So yeah, he might be second choice right now for me. And then we have also Okaman, who is, I believe he is loan listed. Yeah, so he could go out on loan, but he looks pretty promising. And he is, another option, a more... He's not much of a false 9, is he? He's more like a complete forward, target forward. I don't even know what he is. He's like a mixed bag, right? But we do have plenty of options up there on the striker area. No worries at all with that. So that's pretty solid. I think that's probably one of our most solid places, right? We have so many. If you just look in here, we have so many players, right? Oh, wait. If you take a look at this, because I've taken this out, we have 7 players up there. We have 7 players who can play there. No worries. I'm going to take that out again. There we go. But 4 players in the main squad. On the left-hand side, we got Sevic, we got Schultz, we got Labanov. We have seen 2 of them, and if you didn't remember Schultz, here he is. Pretty damn decent, young Danish player, inverted winger. So right now, as it looks right now, this over here, this over here is either gonna be because Savic and Schultz are inverted wingers, and Lobanov is inside forward. So we don't have wingers over here. We have only inverted wingers and inside forwards. So that's gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna work out. On the other side, we still have the same guys. We have Volmark, who actually did quite well last season. He's still over there as an inverted winger. I think he's actually playing as an inside forward, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's playing as an inside forward. Same is Pasalic, of course. We know him very well. And then we got Hartmann, who is, the Joker. He's like the Joker over there. Another young Danish player, 22 years old, and he's definitely a winger. Very quick, good balance, good technique, work rate, and stuff like that. Also solid. I think both are wingers and invert. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we know how good Pasalic and Volmark is, and we know what Schultz can potentially do, but we have some question marks on the left-hand side, of course. In the Shadow Striker roles, we have Tran, first choice. Bang, him in there. Bang, he's done. Then that's it. And then we got, here's my trouble, because then we got Ferrero, who is also a striker, right? But I like him as a Shadow Striker. But he could definitely also go up and play a false 9. No worries, he could definitely do that. His only bad stat is the passing of 10, but other than that, he's very... This guy is very... This Colombian of 19-year-old Colombian is very, very good. He's gonna be an absolutely crazy player. And I could see him take over from someone else. And I don't know who. Tran, Costa, I don't know. Who's he gonna take out? I don't know. But give him a couple of games where he's gonna do good and he's gonna be hard to beat and take out again. He's very exciting. So he's a second choice right now. But he could easily go up front. He could easily take Tran out of this system. It's gonna be interesting to see. And then a third choice, Ryan here, who we also looked at. Nowhere near the same level as the other 2. In the midfield, we got Domesi. I mean, he looks pretty damn good. First choice, absolutely, yes. He is also a Shadow Striker, but not really. He's more a creative kind of midfielder, so I'm very happy about him. He should be very good. Then we got Ahmed. He's more a question mark, I would say. Very much a question mark. I don't know if he's second choice right now, but he's in there. I think Jose is probably more second choice, along with... We got so many players here. We got... Domesi is first choice, and then we have 3 second choices. I don't know who of them will become the second choice. I think it might be Resenio, just because of how good he looks. But it could also be Jose, or it could even be Ahmed. It depends on their performances, right? So that's also very rock solid. That midfield is absolutely solid. Then we got the defensive midfield, which I wouldn't say it's our weak spot, but it's definitely not our strongest area. We got Havostak. I don't think he's first choice. I don't think... they might think that he's the best one in there. I don't think so. We got Utasowi. We got the 2 new boys, the 2 Dutch boys in there, Livano and Rek. I think it's gonna be one of those 2 being the first choice. I'm not sure who of them it's gonna be, but I think there's gonna be a lot of rotation in here. I could see a lot of rotation on this, but all of them I would qualify as pretty damn solid halfbacks. So I don't worry about this depth, but I just worry about the quality. I could probably have gotten someone better, to be honest. But it's really hard to find really, really, really good halfbacks. Any of these guys, especially the 2 Dutch people here, Dutch players, I think both of them are very solid choices in there. Same with Utasowi, of course. We know what Utasowi is capable of. Havostak is more a question mark because... I mean, he's capable of doing it. I haven't seen him do it really, really well. But we'll see. Again, I think we're good, but I don't really worry about it. It's just, a thing where, okay, I could probably have gotten better quality. Inverted wingbacks. Right. I haven't really improved a whole lot on this area. I've just, signed some depth. We got Pirello. That's my first choice. He actually wanted to go. He wants to be signed for some big club somewhere. That could still happen. I mean, the transfers are not done yet, so we could still lose players, right? He could leave us. He could leave us. There are interest in him. He's wanted, right? He's wanted by Porto. If it's And you want to go for like 4.5 million, which is not a whole lot for a quality player like him. But he is first choice right now for me. Then we got Vianello, who seems to be okay. I mean, he got better during the season last year. So I mean, he's still a question mark a little bit, but he has his bad games, so to speak. And then we got Livano, the new Dutch player who can play over there. So I think we have squad depth. We are good if Pirello is not going anywhere. On the other side, we got Ibsen, we got Gabriel, and we got Rek. I think Gabriel is probably first choice. I think Rek is probably second choice, and I think Ibsen is third choice. So the opposite of what they think here, but that doesn't matter. I think we're good there. I'm not too worried about that side, to be honest. None of them seems to be going anywhere, so that's good. Central defenders, or ball-playing defenders, more to say. Let's talk about the left-hand side first, because we don't actually have a lot of depth in here. We do. I mean, that's the thing, we do. These are the guys that are best capable of playing here. Casales, Jones, and Hausdorff. I would be comfortable with playing any of those guys in there. Yeah, no worries. Of course, Casales first choice, Jones second choice, Hausdorff's third choice. We do have plenty of more people who can play there. Ibsen can go in there, Utasawi can go in there. Even Gabriel could go in there because he's left-footed. No worries. I mean, there is no worries when it comes to depth in our central defender area. No worries. It's just about the quality we're putting in there. And I think we got some really quality central defenders. On the other side, same too. Casales and Jones, right? Because they can also play on that side. They can play on either side just as good. So, most of the time, when we have the really big games, that is those two guys. When it's not, we have to rotate a bit. Well, then we got players like Rek who can go down there and play there. We got Livano, the two Dutch players again. They are so versatile, they can go in and play there. We also go for this new American we have signed, Lopez. So, and we got even more. Like I said, we have even more that could go in there. No problem. We have plenty of depth. So that's pretty solid. I think our central defenders, or the ball-playing defender area is, with our striker area, probably the most solid we have. That's very, very good. Goalkeeping, very easy here. It's gonna be Kruta. Peter Kruta. How old is he now? Still only 16. Developing nicely. He's gonna be so good. He's gonna be so good. And then we got backup in Knockout, who is also decent. He's 21 now. He's very tall, 198 centimeters. Very big lad. And yeah, I think that's a fine backup to have. But he's probably not going to play a whole lot. Oh, he's unambitious. Oh, that's not a good one. That's not a good one. I don't like that. Well, that's the squad depth, and I know it took me forever to get through it, but I like to talk about it. And I think we are going to end this episode with just quickly looking at the schedule and talk about who we're going to play in the next episode. I do not know the groups now for the Champions League, of course. We'll figure that out. I will show the draws again when we get to it. But anyway, next episode, it's gonna be these two games. Seems like pretty easy games for us. Pardubice, I think they moved up this season, or maybe I'm wrong about that. Can we see that history? No, they actually was also in this first division last season and before that as well. They were 8th last season. Okay, what about Harlem? Very mid-table kind of team. So that's gonna be 2 wins, right? That needs to be 2 wins. I don't care. That's gonna be 2 wins. So guys, that's gonna be it for me for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and next time we're gonna move into season 10. See you around, folks.